Hello, welcome students. Students, in class 10, you have already read about principle of conservation of energy. I don't need to repeat it. And we also saw its experimental proof through a free falling bodies, that is at any position. In case of a free falling body, total mechanical energy, that is sum of potential energy and kinetic energy, is conserved, is constant, is same at each and every total mechanical energy. Okay. Again, also in case of oscillation of a simple pendulum, we also saw its experimental proof through oscillation of simple pendulum. At each and every position, its total mechanical energy is also same, that is constant. Here, in case of oscillation of spring mass system, we will try to understand and prove this law of conservation of energy. Okay, we will see that the summation, that is total mechanical energy, that is sum of the kinetic energy and potential energy, is constant. Okay. And also we will plot a graph, and through the graph we will try to understand it. Okay, we will explain and we will understand its graphical representation. Okay. So just in few minutes earlier, okay, in previous video we have already learned about the gravitational potential energy, that is the elastic potential energy stored in a compressed or stressed spring, isn't it? That is half kx square. We have already. So through the oscillation of spring mass system, the principle of conservation of energy can be easily proved. Okay. So let's see. So in the previous diagram, we have already seen that a block when initially is at rest, it means it at equilibrium condition, its total energy is zero. Its potential energy is zero. Okay. In ideal condition. Okay. Then by applying some external force, if we stretch it, when we stretch it or compress it, then it will just try to restore its original position. Okay. Now the fact is that if the block is, by applying force on the block towards the right side, if we extend or stretch the spring, okay, too much by applying a large amount of force, isn't it? Then if we release it, it will just oscillate left and right, just like oscillation of a simple pendulum towards by displacing the bob. It means if we keep the spring in the vertical position and if we suspend a load, it will also oscillate ups and downs. So in this case, it means when now I have kept the position of both the bob in simple pendulum and the block the same, so that you can understand, okay, this topic easier, more comfortably and more vividly. So you can see the block initially at position A was at rest. It means when it was at its equilibrium, means at mean position. So energy is zero. Now if we stretch the string by pulling or by pushing whatsoever, by moving the block towards the right side, and then if we release it, what would happen? Then it was just after, not only it will restore its original position, but it will just cross its mean position and move back to position C. It is not possible if we apply a small force. If we stretch it through a very sufficient force, then by releasing, it will just oscillate. It will just, when it was A, then it was in position B. After removing the force, or if we release, then crossing the mean position, it will move in position C. Then again, as I said, if the experiment takes place in vacuum, means free space. Otherwise, due to presence of resistive force of air, it is not possible. After some time, it will become at rest. Okay. So it will just oscillate left and right, left and right. Similarly, okay. So when the block is at rest, A, okay. So its total energy, we may assume it's zero. Its potential energy is zero, because the potential energy is always measured, okay, on the basis of plane of reference. That we need to take a plane as a standard. Generally, we measure the gravitational potential energy, or isn't it, on the basis from with respect to our ground, because in the case we assume ground as a standard plane or plane of reference. So if anything moves about it, due to increase in height, gravitational potential increases, and when something fall down towards the ground, due to decrease in height, gravitational potential energy decreases. Okay. So plane of reference. So generally potential energy here it is zero. Generally a plane, if a body is situated or kept at a plane is at a plane, and if the effective force is 0, that plane is generally taken as or considered as plane of reference or standard plane. So since it is at rest in this position, the bob is at rest in this position, and now there is no external force, it means the effective force is 0. So it means the effective force, if effective force is 0, okay, on the body, and in that position the body is in which plane, it is considered as the reference plane. Is it clear? If the body is kept in any plane, and if the effective force is 0, that plane is taken as plane of reference. So here potential energy is 0, we may assume. Now if we stretch the spring or by moving the block towards right side, then what will happen? Then obviously it is just like displacing the bob towards the right side. Okay, so when the bob will reach towards B position, gradually it is, you can see, it will grab some height, it will possess some height from ground, height h. So slowly, obviously we are giving some velocity. When we move displace the bob towards right side, obviously it is acquiring some velocity. So due to velocity in the mean position, it will just possess kinetic energy and potential energy both, as its height is slowly, initially it is potential energy is 0. When it start its motion, kinetic energy is maximum. Slowly after crossing this place, isn't it, you can see it is slowly, okay, attaining some height from the ground. It means it is slowly and gradually kinetic energy is decreasing and potential energy is increasing. When it reaches its maximum amplitude distance, it is h, total energy is converted into mgh, that is gravitational potential energy, but kinetic energy is 0. Why? We all know that after moving, it will attain, after attaining maximum height, for momentarily it will become at rest, means velocity 0. So that's why kinetic energy is equal to 0. Same thing happens here. When the block moves to position B, then due to stretching the spring, we have already learned in the previous video, the elastic potential energy stored in the spring is half k x square. Clear? But after grabbing this position, just like the bob is at rest after reaching maximum height, so after acquiring maximum elastic potential energy k square, bob becomes at, the block becomes at rest B. So kinetic energy is equal to 0, which is shown through this graph, isn't it? This is the displacement graph and this is energy graph. This graph, isn't it? The erect graph shows the kinetic energy. This graph represents kinetic energy, whereas the inverted graph represents the potential energy. So when the bob, I am comparing, isn't it, through this comparison between the block and the oscillation of the simple pendulum, I think this topic or concept will become more easier for you to understand. So at position B, what happens? Isn't it? Potential energy is maximum, kinetic energy is 0. Why? Since it is grabbing maximum height, so potential energy, since it is after attaining maximum height, it becomes at rest, so velocity is 0, because after that it will have to return its original position, throwing the stone against gravity. After grabbing, after producing maximum height, then it returns back, means it is changing its direction. So it's very obvious, clear that for momentarily it becomes stationary, otherwise it would keep continuing in the upward direction. So velocity becomes stops, kinetic energy is 0. Same thing happens here. So it means potential energy, you can see potential energy is maximum. It is the equilibrium position. Clear? Means potential energy is 0. When we giving some velocity, when the bob is displacing towards right side, slowly kinetic energy is increases, but as soon as it's grabbing some height, kinetic energy is slowly decreasing, isn't it? And it is transferring into potential energy. It is constant because the amount of energy lost in the form of kinetic energy is stored in the form of potential energy. Okay, suppose it is losing 10 joule. Suppose initially, okay, after total potential energy, gravitational potential energy is suppose 50 joule. So during in this position, when it is just grabbing velocity, suppose it is 50 joule. So as soon as it moves towards right side like this, kinetic energy is gradually decreasing. Suppose it is 25 joule. So where is 25 joule? The rest 25 joule energy is transferred, converted into potential energy. So total is 25 plus 25, 50. As soon as gradually, when it grab maximum position, 50 joule, kinetic energy 0. So this is the expression, very easy. Okay, very easy explanation. So slowly, when kinetic energy maximum, then slowly it moves in the upward direction to be, you can see kinetic energy, isn't it? This is potential. So potential energy is increasing. This graph represents potential energy. This is in the upward direction energy. So potential energy is slowly increasing, whereas kinetic energy is slowly decreasing, isn't it? So the loss in the kinetic energy, the energy which is lost in the form of kinetic energy is exactly gained in the form of potential energy. Meanwhile, in this position you can see both kinetic energy and potential energy, because it also has some velocity and also as well as have some height. When it reaches its maximum position B, you can see kinetic energy is 0, which is indicated by the lower graph. It is touching this graph, is 0, whereas potential energy is maximum at position B, isn't it? Half kx square is the elastic potential energy. Since the block is at rest, then kinetic energy is equal to 0. When it will return, move, then what would happen? Opposite thing. Potential, since height will decrease, gradually decrease, so potential energy will gradually start to decrease, and since it will acquire some velocity, velocity will increase when it's return to its mean position. It means kinetic energy will slowly increase due to increase in velocity, and due to decrease in height, gravitational potential energy will decrease. Again, in this case, logic is same. The amount of energy lost in the form of potential energy is gained or stored in the form of kinetic energy. Again, 50 joule potential energy in this position in between for kinetic energy plus potential energy. When the bob will move, okay, into its mean position, and potential energy will be 25 joule. So where is the rest 25 joule? It will convert into kinetic energy. Okay. So same thing happens when it moves from B to A. Okay, from B to A. Okay, its mean position. But since we all know that due to inertia of motion, since it has velocity, the bob will not rest at A, but crossing it, it will move in other position, in position C, due to inertia of motion. Again, when it will be at mean position, what would happen? Kinetic energy will be maximum. Since when it will be maximum velocity, height is 0, so potential energy is 0 in mean position. You can see potential energy is 0. You can see kinetic energy graph, isn't it? Okay, logic is same, isn't it? So kinetic energy you can see at the mean position after returning. So at A, kinetic energy is equal to maximum because velocity is maximum and height is 0, so potential energy is 0. You can see, so that's why potential energy is 0. This graph represents potential energy is 0, kinetic energy is maximum. When the bob will return, okay, from right side to left side, it is also applicable to the spring also. Since it will not rest at position A due to inertia of motion, the block will just displace to position C, and this process will continue. Again B to C, C to A to B, B to A. So at position A is equal to 0. Again, when it will move from A to C, again same process will happen. What happened in case of displacement from A to B? Again, kinetic energy will slowly decrease and potential energy will increase because it will try to grab some height, and velocity will decrease gradually. So meanwhile, in between, in this, again kinetic energy plus potential energy from A to C. Meanwhile, you can see, isn't it? Potential energy will slowly increase, kinetic energy slowly decrease. Kinetic energy is decreasing due to decrease in velocity, and potential energy is developing due to acquiring some height. So at position C, what would happen? You can see kinetic energy is 0. Again, since velocity is 0, again after reaching position C, it will, after grabbing maximum, it will become at rest for momentarily. Velocity is 0, kinetic energy is 0, but again potential energy is maximum. Potential energy is maximum due to grabbing maximum height. Same thing is applicable in case of spring. At position C, what would happen? Isn't it? Again, the kinetic energy, meanwhile, kinetic energy plus potential energy, when the block, again after reaching this here, momentarily it will again rest, again from C to A to B. So again what would happen? During compression, again the gravitational potential energy, since it is compressing now, initial position, equilibrium position was at A, extending, then remaining, then it is compressing. So again half kx square, that is the elastic potential energy due to compression of the spring now. Initially we got the stretching, but here in compression, again half kx square elastic potential energy will grab here. Again you can see, isn't it? Potential energy will be maximum, kinetic is equal to 0. Why? Because after assuming at position C, the block is at rest, it cannot compress further, assuming. Again it will move from C to B. So this will just move on and on here, isn't it? So we can see where kinetic energy is maximum, okay, at the extreme position B and C, clear, at both the position B and C, you can see, isn't it? Potential energy is maximum, kinetic energy is 0. Meanwhile, in between, meanwhile, in the journey, in between the path, within the meanwhile path, it possesses both kinetic energy, potential energy, both kinetic energy plus potential energy. Kinetic energy increasing, potential energy is decreasing. Potential energy decreasing. By decreasing kinetic energy, potential energy plus kinetic energy half 50-50. By decreasing kinetic energy, initially kinetic energy was maximum, then in between from A to B, kinetic energy is decreasing, potential energy increasing. Meanwhile 50-50. After reaching position B, potential energy is 100%, kinetic energy is 0. Clear? In between 50-50, kinetic energy plus potential energy is equal to, okay, kinetic energy slowly decreasing, potential energy increasing, okay. You can see kinetic energy decreasing, potential energy increasing. Clear? Isn't it? Kinetic energy decreasing, potential energy increasing. Kinetic energy decreasing, potential energy increasing. Both K plus P, kinetic plus potential energy, When it move from A to B, isn't it? Kinetic energy decreasing, potential energy increasing. But meanwhile, both kinetic plus potential energy 50-50, 50%. Okay. Again from B to A, what happened? Meanwhile, again kinetic energy plus potential energy, but now potential energy decreasing. If we go from B to A, potential energy decreasing, kinetic energy increasing, again 50-50, 0 to 50%. When kinetic energy increases from 0 to 50 or 50 to 100, isn't it? Potential energy increasing 0 to 50 or 50 to 100. When decrease 100 to 50, 50 to 0. Again from A to C, if we take A to C, what happened? In this case, if we take the graph, potential energy increasing, potential energy is increasing. Meanwhile, kinetic energy plus potential energy is increasing, kinetic energy is decreasing, and at the point C it is 0. Potential energy is maximum. Again from C to A, when you move from C to A, what would happen? Again you can see kinetic energy will increase. Again kinetic energy will increase, potential energy will decrease, isn't it? So kinetic energy will increase, potential energy will decrease. In new position, kinetic energy maximum, potential energy, isn't it? Maximum, potential energy 0. You can see, match with graph. Again from A to B. So this process will repeat. So in total position, whatever we can say in this position here, so total mechanical energy is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy is equal to half kx square. Remember one thing: the energy lost in the form of kinetic energy, gained in the form of potential energy lost in the form of potential energy, gained in the kinetic energy. Whatever be the amount of energy lost, kinetic energy, gained in kinetic energy, that amount of energy. The amount of energy lost in case of kinetic energy, possessed. Okay, so exchanging energy. Okay, here the velocity with the bob with which it is moving from here. Clear? So we can say that, and we can also see that in case of oscillation of spring mass system, total mechanical energy, that is potential, that is elastic potential energy and kinetic energy, is also conserved, just like free falling bodies.